Welcome back, my friends, to the motorbike show that never ends. It's hello from him. It's hello from Sasha, the motorcycle dog. What are you today? You a Himmy dog? Yes, you are. Gosh, it's a scorcher. 30 degrees again. 1st September, I can't quite believe it. There have been times when we've had 2 feet of snow. Anyways, a little update. Just got back from a 1,000-kilometer trip on the Himmy. So I thought I'd let you know how it went, what works on the bike, what doesn't work on the bike. It's the first time I've been this far on the Himmy. So here we go. Right. Let's start at the front. Yep, I took the screen off. I was experimenting with my own screen because I think the standard screen that they put on is useless. It doesn't really do much except stop the rain from going in the back of the TFT screen, speedo, whatever you want to call it. It does create turbulence around my helmet, so I've been experimenting with my own screen. I set off from home with that screen on, my experimental screen, and within 100 k's I took it off. This is it on the back. You may have seen it. It's better than the original, but it still creates turbulence, which after a while gives you a headache. And yeah, so that's that. So as regards running without a screen, it's perfectly fine. You're just running in clean air, and you know, if you're not going to exceed 75 miles an hour, absolutely fine. Which is about what this bike is capable of, sustained speed. Talk a bit about that later. Also, headlight. First time I've ridden it at night, and it might as well not be there. Very feeble. Good job I put these on. These are absolutely excellent. These are the auxiliary driving lights from this company, which I bought locally for $55 a piece. And compare that to the $500 for a pair that some of the, in inverted commas, adventure companies want you to buy. Yeah, these are good. They saved my bacon last night coming home in the dark. I was only in the dark for about an hour, but that was enough to convince me that that is not up to the job. These definitely are. So what I'm going to do is, if I can't find a replacement headlamp, I'm going to put an LED low beam on there, because these tend to blind people at night. They don't like them. During the day, nobody flashes me, but at least I know they're seeing me, so they don't pull out in front of me. So yeah, we're going to look out for a headlight replacement, or maybe an LED low beam. Apart from that, don't think I have anything to say about the front end of the bike. Coming over to the stand, the side stand is too short and causes problems. I do have my wooden chock here, which I do put under, but it's a pain in the arse having to take this out, put it under, and then having to fold it away when you get back on the bike and ride away. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Royal Enfield have said that they will provide a solution for it, but don't hold your breath. So I'm going to work on something this winter to take care of the short side stand problem. I did park the bike in a place where the side stand was in a little piece of low ground, and even with this weight on, which although fairly substantial is not my full camping setup, I couldn't get the bike upright to move away. I could not get the bike upright enough to kick that stand off. Very embarrassing. So that is going to have to be changed. It's really a stupid oversight on Royal Enfield's part, but there we are. We have to live with it, or change it. As regards the luggage worked fine, no problem at all. It's my converted Tusk luggage, which is 100% waterproof and fits the same way as my Krieger bags and is interchangeable with my Krieger bags. I like Tusk because you can use the Molly system to put an additional bag on. You can put, this could be a water bottle, in my case it's bear spray, could be fuel. The ones at the back are fuel, 1.5 litres each side. These don't attach to the bags, they attach to the rack itself. It's the thing that I made. Chain oiler that I put on works absolutely fine. I did turn it up because I was expecting rain. I didn't really need to, but the chain is nicely oiled and the back wheel is not going to rust. But you will notice that the amount of oil on the tyre is minimal, and the amount of oil that's been splashed up the back of the bike is minimal. So maybe I didn't have it turned up too much, maybe it was just right and my chain guard caught it all. My little toolbox for my tyre changing equipment and chain equipment was absolutely fine. That didn't fall off, that stayed where it was put. My old top box was fine, that didn't fall off, so that was good. So what else? As regards the handling of the bike, the handling was superb. Enfield did a really good job when they designed this bike. Come on, Sasha, out the way now. Come on over here. And they put together a good package. The bike handles very well. Even loaded like this, it makes absolutely no difference when the bike is empty. I didn't change the suspension settings. The back is in its mid position. The front is non-adjustable anyway. It's got the chunky Avon track rider tyres. They perform just like road tyres and they don't make a noise, and they don't give quite the amount of grip as the originals, but it's absolutely fine. You know, you can lean this bike over in corners and she's not going to slip on you. It's absolutely fine. I was doing some spirited riding. The rear is the same tyre, and the same applies to that. It's a big chunky thing, but it handles the road perfectly. Handles loose gravel perfectly. Haven't had them on mud, so I can't tell you about their handling on mud. Now the engine is completely running now. I think the engine is a lot freer, free revving, and has got plenty of power. This bike, I was a bit concerned about its cruising ability, but I did not spare it at all on this trip. I had it up at the sort of speeds I would ride the 1200 Tiger at, somewhere between 100 and 125 kilometers an hour on, of course the 125 kilometers an hour was on a closed course, not a public road. But yeah, she'll handle that all day. She will not complain, and the vibrations now are absolutely minimal. She had a vibration at 5,000 RPM before, but that is completely gone. You can cruise at 5,000, 6,000 and 6,500, and it's perfectly fine. Not a problem. As regards cruising speeds, it's pretty much the same as my Eldorado. Of course, the Eldorado motor is more torquey and gets up the cruising speed a bit faster. With this, you've got to rev it more and use the extra gear, but that's fine. If you were riding together, you would manage absolutely fine. Neither one of you would leave the other behind. Of course, it doesn't have the absolute power that a 1200 has for getting past a line of traffic. You have to pick your time more, but you know, if you're in a bunch of traffic doing 100 kilometers an hour, by the time you open them up and get past them, you're doing 135. And I did not say that, did I? No, of course that was in Mexico where there's no speed limits. Yeah, so as regards this bike, if you're worried about it keeping up with main road traffic, don't be. It will do it. It'll do it fine. Because it's fuel injection, you are able to tweak it a little with add-ons like the Fuel X and the what's it called? Oh, not the not the Powertronic. Maybe it is Powertronic, I don't know. So I'm going to look into that this winter and maybe fit one of those. Fuel consumption was a little higher because I was giving it the gun a little. Let me just turn this on. Yeah, flick the diddly-do. So trip 1 was 1,048 kilometers, and the fuel consumption was 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers. I go to trip 2, that's the whole bike. She's now got 4,447.7 kilometers on her since new, and the fuel consumption is 4.5. So whatever Royal Enfield says, that is what this bike says. So I don't think the fuel consumption is as frugal as they make it out to be. But 4.5 litres is approximately a gallon, and 100 kilometers is approximately 60 miles. So it goes 60 miles to the gallon. Probably more than, probably using more fuel than you thought, but that's the reality of it. Still not bad, and it does run on regular fuel, cheap fuel. Maybe I should run it on premium. When the tank gets really low, I might fill it with premium and do a couple of tanks on premium, and I'll let you know what's what. So there we are, no problems with the bike itself, apart from the niggling problems. The side stand, screen, headlight, all need work on them to make them better. Handling brakes absolutely fine, tyres absolutely fine. Carrying capacity with the luggage absolutely super. Loading this bike up doesn't seem to affect it in any way at all, other than what you would expect. So there we go, there's the Himmy. She does the job, she does it well, and the only way that I can fault it is I wish it was a twin cylinder and it had about 70 horsepower, but it isn't, and it's not. So there we go. So until next time, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from the Himalayan dog who was resting in the shade. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look out for one another, rubber side down, shiny side up. Adios.